remnants of a hyena potentially scavenging that this morning. So they're around here.
We're doing a patrol, but really what we're looking for today is predators. We're looking for carcasses.
And we're moving off to headquarters. So these are two bloodhounds. They're the tracker dogs for big life. Last night we were told that at the bottom camps we're staying at the other day is a lion took out a zebra, and we saw remnants of a hyena potentially scavenging that this morning on a drive we took. So they're around here. So hyenas are, yes, scavengers, but they also will hunt their own prey as well.
So we're on the non-border side of the sanctuary, the Kimana Sanctuary, and we're doing a patrol through this plain-like area. And obviously there's not gonna be any human-wildlife conflict out here. And so really what we're looking for today is predators taking down prey out here. We're looking for carcasses, trying to see if there are any, if there are, what predator we need to kill.
Doesn't have, but we have to report that an animal has been killed. Which species of animal has been killed?
Yeah.
On the ground, if the tracks of the cat is there, then we can tell
Which animal killed what?
which kind of cat did that.
So you've been with Big Life for how many years now?
3 years now.
3 years, and you've loved it so far?
Since I joined the Rangers, actually there have been a good number of wildlife coming up.
Right. So you're seeing a success in what you're doing.
Yeah,
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Sense of purpose.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, because Big Life employs 450 people, and they said that 95% is from the Maasai.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Big Life is basically run by Maasai,
Yeah, sure.
which is super cool.
Yeah.
And by employing the Maasai, it's easy for you guys to work with the community, and the community is the biggest part of conservation. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really, Big Life job is really small because of that kind of good relationship that Big Life has with the Maasai community people, because they're leasing their land, they're employing their people, they're sponsoring others, and they're paying teachers.
Right.
So you see, Big Life is really doing good to the community. So the community, the Maasai community, have to overback good things to Big Life because what Big Life is doing to them.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a good mutual relationship between the organization and the community people.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the one thing is that people understand is organizations like Big Life require funding.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And it's getting the message out to people as to why this is important.
Yeah.
Right. That's part of the reason that we're here.
Sure.
To get that message out. And so, because I can only imagine what would happen to this ecosystem. Big Life disappears. I just feel like it would be chaos, and wildlife disappears.
Yeah.
The Kimana Sanctuary right now, which is just one piece of the greater Amboseli ecosystem, which is 1.6 million acres of land that Big Life looks over, with outposts all over the place. And these guys, for the most part, these rangers will travel by foot. It's more quiet, you can sneak up on things. And you can imagine how much 1.6 million acres is. If you equate that to a state in the United States, North America, it'd be Delaware. So there's 323 different rangers across this area, which would mean that each ranger would have to look after roughly 4,000 square kilometers, I believe, or miles, I don't really know. But that's why they're constantly on the move and they're doing patrols all day and all night to make sure they're looking after this area. So yeah, so there's two parts to why predators, especially lions, have rebounded. One being the Maasai don't hunt them anymore because of the Olympics, and the second being the predator compensation program, which when a cow or a goat, anything is killed by a lion or a predator, the farmer is compensated for that loss, the value of that animal.
Yeah, exactly, because the number of your cows will not get lost.
Yeah.
It remains the same because you're given money, you go and buy. If you wish to go and buy another cow, you do it. So that's a really bring advantage to
Farmers would have killed predators in the past through like poisoning, spearing. Those are the two main ways that you would kill predators.
Yeah, exactly what you were saying. When when a lion brings down a cow, there is a way Maasai warriors call each other, and they go and go out, tracking down the line and making sure that they found
the one that did it.
Yeah, and even they will kill many if they come on their way.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how they did.
A healthy lion population is also super important for a healthy ecosystem.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so I can imagine what the ecosystem was like when there was only 15 to 20, which I think it dwindled down to like next to nothing. Now it's at 200, so it just stabilizes the Amboseli ecosystem.
Exactly.
So this is our last night at leopard camp, and we're going on an elephant patrol tonight. So this last time we're doing an elephant patrol, or probably even seeing elephants before we leave tomorrow to go up to the Chulu Hills, which is known as the rhino area. So we'll see what we get up to today. Is a hyena a major threat?
Yeah.
Like you chase it off because it's a threat to cattle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goats.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I post stories, so I'm constantly posting stories on Instagram. I get a ton of feedback all the time. People having no idea that what you guys do is, is going on. What you guys do is so important. Constantly, right? So it's all about education. It's all about awareness. And yeah, you guys were a big part of that. Showing me what you guys do is huge. Because everyone's now understanding what's happening over here, right? We get so caught up in what's happening over in the Western society that we don't know what's going on over here. So you guys helped capture that. Leaving leopard camp now, Kimana Sanctuary, and we're moving off to headquarters. We're going to see how they do things from the operations side, and probably meet some tracker dogs. And from there, I think we're going to head up back to Chulu Hills, which we're going to get into what they call the rhino area, where they have 8 remaining black rhino up in the Chulu Hills, which is a much thicker area than this. So we are expecting some difficult terrain and a difficult couple days.
Good. All right. Oh yeah.
See you again. Still alive.
Still alive.
But you look quite clean. And,
Really?
there's loads of spears that we've got out of elephants, bow and arrows, some poachers.
Wow.
That you blind the animal with the torch, and then the horn. You sure it's not really? And the horn sounds the horn with the blinding light, so they don't freeze us. And that's the guy at the front, and then the guy at the back comes out from underneath. Hamstring. It's too lights and grasp yourself.
how many kilometers of fencing would that require?
It's 35 kilometers of fencing.
Right.
35 kilometers of fencing, which is $400,000.
Again, you can see why important how important funding is, right? We're getting $400,000 to put in 35 kilometer, 35. What did you say?
Kilometers.
35 kilometers of fencing, which really in the sense that it isn't that much.
No.
There's just so many pieces into this. Yeah. Like there's so many. Like
Education,
Like how-
PCF, that's great, the healthcare, and it's all, that's what it is. If you look at it, to really simplify it, is you've got, look at the diversity of big life programs. You've got PCF, Marseille Olympics, education, healthcare, wildlife security, the fencing, the land leases, the conservancy development, the tourism, and there's 9 programs, completely different, all of them. But every single one of them is working towards benefits reaching the people who have to live with the cost of wildlife.
So the conversation program came out in 2003, and since then they've seen population of lions increase up to around like 200 now. But at one point it was down to roughly 20. So aside from the compensation program, they're also shifting Maasai warriors into an Olympics. Because Maasai, to become a warrior, they need to hunt and kill a lion.
True.
And so now part of that is shifting, becoming a warrior through Olympics, athletic events. But you can imagine how deeply rooted that culture would be and how they've adapted to save predators, lion, which helps the ecosystem, which helps the community because the community thrives off the wildlife in the sanctuaries. So that's really cool that you guys have been able to adapt, because I feel like that would be a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
Like to be a warrior to kill a lion and shifting that and the mindset that need to kill a lion to be a man.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's just one part of what Big Life's done here is predator compensation program on top of other things like education and healthcare and employment. So since 2003 that's been huge, and there's been a population increase in lions, which is good for everybody.
It's a very successful program. Very successful program.
Yeah, so they're seeing value in having these animals alive, whereas before wildlife didn't have the same value. But Big Life's being able to show that having these animals alive, there's a value to the community, and so it's a two-way street, and both sides of it.
Yes, true. And it's always good to think as conservationists, people living with the wildlife, there are a lot of bad, livestock killed, human being killed or injured, crop damage. So you must have a way of working around with them to make sure that the small benefit from wildlife conservation trickle down to the people living with wildlife.
Because
that is exactly what Big Life is doing.
Right, and if community fails, and the community turns on wildlife, the wildlife here is done.
Yeah.
The ecosystem fails.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, I think people get caught up in thinking that conservation is all through, guys walking around with guns only, but it's not. It's a multifaceted approach, and community is the main part.
Yeah, you must have seen our rangers. They didn't have guns.
Yep, when people hop on the Western society think rangers need their guns, and all it is walking around patrolling, but behind the scenes it's involved in the community.
Yeah.
So these are two bloodhounds that are the tracker dogs for Big Life. And these guys, yes, will track down poachers, but they're also used in the community. Instances where kids or elderly get lost, they'll bring these dogs in and they'll actually track them down. And they're super friendly, but they're constantly in the field, always doing training, keep up on training. And Bonnie and Clyde, Clyde and Bonnie.
Yeah.
So male and female. They're super cute.
They have did a lot of recoveries even in Ivory.
Get up at 5:30 in the morning to beat the sun, try to track some rhino, and at the same time check on some camera traps. just came across this zebra carcass here. It was killed by lions.